how do you actually...
I like this draft.
How do you counter? Yeah, I'm loving this from MVP Phoenix. This has all levels of control, aggression. It's movement heroes.
Yeah, it lacks sustain and tower push, but it does definitely have all the fighting you could potentially ask for.
Yeah.
So if they can just somehow solve either one of those, if they get some sustain or some form of push, then their lineup is really well drafted. Over on C9 though, interested to see what they can bring with the Bloodseeker. Of course they have Tombstone and DK, so they can pressure pretty hard.
Yes.
But their fighting is, I mean, it's hard to have a better fighting lineup than MVP. So the fighting is okay.
I would still be concerned though if you get the Rupture over on the Spirit Breaker. The Tusker might be needing to protect with Snowball a little bit. Yeah, you know, there's no escaping from that, and there's no chasing after heroes to keep that 17% going. That's where I see Spirit Breaker having a lot of troubles. And also even Tusker, when he initiates in, if the Whisk gets his timing right, you're not going to get any kind of kills. Like, he's just going to keep them alive the entire time. And Wiz can focus on the DK when the Bloodseeker's walking around killing people, because he's going to get his life back up to almost full with every stick one. Then you get your Soul Rip on that. Potentially also Soul Ripping the Wisp to then burst heal the DK as well.
Exactly.
It's like you get these combos working together. So MVP Phoenix are a little bit more concerned about that. They ban out the Dazzle as well, worried their initial attack is going to fail. And then the Winter Wyvern comes in for a ban, and that's Cloud9 thinking, you know what, he's probably going to cause us real troubles during team fights. Look for that Winter's Curse.
He definitely would, and also would give them the sustain that we were worried about. And Winter Wyvern, one of the best heroes against Bloodseeker. I keep going back to that point. He has the instant freeze, which is so good against a hard hero to lock down like Bloodseeker. And he would just, in general, be very annoying if you want a 5-man at all. That hero, he removes all the fun from it.
So what's Cloud9's last hero here? If we're thinking, like, do we assume it's Undying as a support?
Yeah, I actually think it's going to be an offlane Undying, like Bone7 playing it. He played it before in the first series today, and he might do it again.
Do you need to? Like, you could run a Wisp Bloodseeker dual lane off. Put the Undying as a puller on the save, or even join them in the offlane and put the DK in the mid. Because who have you got in your offlane? In fact, yeah, it looks like it's going to be a support Undying as the puck. That should be a Fodder puck.
Yeah, it should be. Or, no, actually it should be Bone7.
Bone7 puck?
Yeah, it should be.
So MV Bloodseeker, DK Fodder, and then puck for Bone7?
I mean, then again, Fodder plays a really good puck, but he is known for playing DK a lot as well. So either of these heroes are fine for him. I'm sure he's saying that as well, and Bone7 is like, okay, which do I want to take? Because Fodder would play either of these.
I'm hoping they worked it out before they drafted it.
They probably did.
We got this hero in this lane. Which one do you want to play? Neither.
That's actually very often the case. Like, you just look at the heroes that you have after your drafter is done. But Bone7 being the one who drafted this, I'm sure he has a plan for it anyway, since he's one of the guys playing these heroes.
All right, so MVP Phoenix, the final pickup. They're up against a little bit of silence, and they go for the Wind Ranger. We've got both lovely redheads of the game coming in for MVP Phoenix. And it looks like it's going to be a solo mid Wind Ranger with support, Tusker, and Spirit Breaker.
Dude, this is some aggressive fighting lineup for MVP.
Sorry, I take it back. Support Lina.
Yeah. Yeah, Fabi is going to be running the Lina, March over on the Spirit Breaker. Nut's going to be running Tusker.
It's the 3 most cosplayed heroes in all of Dota.
The Windrunner, Queen, and Lina.
Yep. The only hero
Crystal Maiden.
Crystal Maiden is pretty much up there, but the Wind Ranger set's really easy to do. The Lina, you put on a wig, and there's even a thing you can buy at the Dota 2 store, which gives you your breastplate.
I'm not surprised you know your cosplay, Toby.
And everyone does Queen of Pain, because all the girls are just like, badass girl.
She is badass girl.
She really is. There was actually there was 8 of them at ESL on Frank.
There's actually more TA cosplays than any of those, but you just don't see them, Toby.
They are. Like initially, though, there was actually a lot of TA cosplay. There was more TA cosplay at TI2 than any other cosplay.
And in China as well, they had some events there with a lot of...
There's a group called Spiral Cats that do fantastic TA cosplay. And TA is a very simple thing to do, and a very nice and simple one, like with the veil and everything else. It's not a difficult cosplay to achieve. Very similar to the Wind Ranger. But yes, now that our cosplay lesson is over, welcome everyone. You could enjoy multiple areas of Dota 2.
Yeah, we're just trying to spawn more cosplayers into Dota. I actually wish that cosplaying would grow more, and they're starting to have nice prize pools for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you said, we have a game on our hands.
Yes, we do. We can't talk about lovely cosplayers the entire time. Shout out to the guy who did Timbersaw. That's right. Men can do cosplay as well, everyone. It's not just a one-gender sport.
Oh, actually, this is interesting. So, Radiant saw both the dire wards go down. If they have sentries now, they can deward both right now. They placed their observer wards first, both on top and on bottom, and that's a big advantage, honestly.
You take away all of the vision control of MVP from the start.
Yeah.
But Febi's there with 2 sentries as well, so if he wants to, like, you've got what?
Wisp is coming with his
okay. Farthest, like, there's 3 melee heroes. Wisp is the only person that can deward that ward.
Tango it?
Yeah, you can tango it. You can tango it. Misery moving after Febi. Light Striker Ray is going to slow down the Undying. He already got 1 decay, and KP Phoenix does not want to help this at all. And Misery really wants to keep going. Like, yeah. Febi just keeps running back. You've managed to zone out Lena. Not bad. You are running an aggro tri lane anyway, so you're going to do this anyway. And there you go. No tail. Bump, bump, bump. There goes your observer ward.
Yeah, gonna take the Wisp 5 attacks to kill this ward, but he does get it. And
hilariously enough, MVP Phoenix now blind on the map. Like, their observer ward might block the camp, but C9 aren't taking advantage of this, like, because they're not having a disadvantage to this, because you're still not pulling the bottom lane.
They don't care about that. No.
Yep.
Because they're tri-laning aggressively with the Wisp and Undying being so strong, they can actually contest really hard here on the safe lane pull as well.
Okay, Nuts and Febi, how really are they meant to deal with this? They managed to pull 1 range creep down, which is nice. But Misery is being a real nuisance here. While KP and Eternal Envy find themselves just locked in this battle of wills. But with the poor man shield over on Envy, he seems to be very, very happy in the lane.
Yeah, they have to wait a little bit until the Queen has some levels so that she can blink out and assist, because she would be quicker at joining the fight than the Bloodseeker would, assuming that not everyone has 1 HP, you know?
Good assumption.
That's what they need to do at least, but right now Undying is doing so much work.
I'm also watching bottom lane. March is now finally finding some CS, but it was 1 CS to the 6 of Bone 7 at one point. And wow, okay, Misery. That's a decent dive. Is he just trying to bait out the blink from KP? Or is it so Envy can move in? Like, he's got Thirst, so Envy's going to get some movement speed at the moment. And now, yep, blink up into the tree line.
That's a long CD blink. Envy is looking for him, but he won't find him there. Maybe he can find him if he keeps chasing to the left, though.
They're able to creep skip this position now, which is perfectly alright for them.
Now, this lane is going disastrous for MVP. They're not even in the lane and farming anymore.
Nope. The only lane which is working for them is the 13 for 4 of QO as that Wind Ranger. But even then, you're still getting farm over on the DK. Misery dropping low, but you still got No Tail there. There's no bottle for No Tail. Is that it's Farda's bottle coming out to the mid lane?
Yeah, it's because he bought that early sentry, so he doesn't have the bottle yet. Envy taking some good damage there.
But there's no shards, and with the point up in Thirst, he's going to get his life back once he starts farming.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, MVP really lucky. They managed to drag the creep wave back into the cold.
They managed to get a pull off. That's going to help them a little bit, and they want to come out here and contest with the Blood Rage from Eternal Envy, going for some last hits, and that you just see how much life he steals killing 1 creep.
They can actually start diving shortly. Misery's got level 2, so the Tombstones now can be available. They haven't used that yet on the lane.
They're going for the boots on Undying. They're going to run away and get it, and when he has boots, he can definitely pursue a little bit more.
So just keep running under the tower.
Oh, there's a charge going mid.
They could go on Farda. He's got a double damage rune as well as Dragon Tail stun, so this won't be the easiest kill in the world. Actually, only 1 point Dragon blood, and they do actually take it.
17, he gets the last hit with it. Very nice. So, kill going the way of March there. He had a little bit of a hard time farming against the puck, but now securing himself the first blood.
Damn, Misery. He keeps hitting these double decays.
Yeah, that's huge.
And the charge actually coming towards top lane now, so they're headed towards Notal. Nut's going to look for the snowball into shards.
He's not smoked though, and they see him.
Yep. They walked right over the observer ward. Yep, they're just moving up aggressively, so Misery should now drop the Tombstone because they're very, very deep. Notal, no tether available. It's still on cooldown for 2 more seconds, but with Misery on the front lines, they get rid of the Tombstone, but it's Bloodseeker who ran in behind, killing off the Lena and the tether away from Notal.
Yeah, Spider-Man tether over there to the Undying, so they get away nicely. 4 heroes committed from MVP, and they still lose out on that trade. Envy taking 1 kill.
Bone7's having an absolutely terrific time. March leaves the lane, so now Bone7 up to level 5.5 has phase boots, so he actually wins the physical damage battle in the mid. Snowball coming up after Misery. He's got Decay in 1 second time and can just turn it onto 3 heroes almost at that one point. And in fact, does it on 2. He's up to 1200 life. They're missing Light Striker Race, and Febby, he is just, well, he's fairly low, but Envy wanting to stay on the front lines. The movement's be starting to drop now.
And they're TPing up top. Does he have the bottle yet? He does.
Can Bone7 kill March? He's going to jaunt up. There's Rift of level 2 available against March, and with phase boots, yep, he's got him. That last attack, stick charges, are living on 16 HP while Misery now diving. The Tombstone down, Decay on Febby. He had 238 life points at one point. That's so low. The Thirst, I mean, the Blood Right's going to get the kill here from Envy, and they move in deeper for KP Phoenix. He's got the blink away to safety, but Envy is just on turbo power right now. Misery, Snowball, guarantee kill. No-Tail couldn't heal him up fast enough, and in fact now they could look for the Shackle. No-Tail on the tree line, and QO the perfect time to rotate in. That'll be Wind Ranger to find that kill.
Yeah, they managed to punish them finally a little bit there, as MVP have been under so much pressure.
Wait, they cancelled TP, and I think QO just, was it QO that just misclicked?
Well, he doesn't have a TP.
No, someone else TP'd in the middle lane, and they cancelled it straight away.
Yeah, it was probably the Queen then.
Could have been.
Okay, there.
Envy.
Chasing.
Envy. At this point, I would say normally for most heroes, oh, they're going to die.
He's dying to creeps. He's denying himself. Just C9 things.
Starts again. Father getting shackled up, but he's in Dragonfall, and with the Wisp now arriving, he wants to kill off QO. The Windrun's making it more difficult for him. He does have the Breathe Fire up at level 3, but QO backs up and then Bottle Charges up again. And Bone7's trying to find another kill. Dream Call. It's a level 2 Lina versus a level 7 Puck. She stood no chance. Mercy is not given.
No. No mercy.
Like, Bone7 was very generous in the last game, but no mercy that time around. Now they go over on Nuts. The Tombstone dropping. Misery just said to Envy, just do it.
Yeah, just dive. Just go.
There's the Blood Right. The charge coming on Misery. Actually, he's going to be protected by the Snowball. The charge is coming up still, and Misery very low on life. Decays, but in comes No-Tail. The scream from KP does the work, and the charge actually switches to the Wisp, allowing KP Phoenix to get a double kill.
That is great reaction, and MVP, we talked about the good fighting heroes. We really see it here, coming in and just making something happen as the aggression comes out. After all, they should have dove that tower.
Yeah, this is Cloud9 playing over aggressive, and they just have to be patient.
Exactly.
Because Bone7 is getting so much. Soon he'll have a Blink Dagger. I say soon when we're 6 minutes in, but he's got Bottle, Full Wand, and Phase Boots. And he's got a free lane to do whatever the hell he wants because no one can contest him. The Wind Ranger is probably someone they should be looking to gank up. But Fada, he's also second highest on the CS board. He's only 4 in front of QO, but it's something.
Yeah, he's doing very well just farming up against the Windrunner as well, who has such a good harassment. It's not always that easy, but he did get nice help from No-Tail, who comes in and just bottles him every now and then. That can be enough for you to just keep farming.
It's just these top lane kills that allow MVP Phoenix to stay in this game. Now, the charge, Snowball, actually went onto a creep and not onto Fader. And then with the dual breath, yeah, this is not what they really wanted, especially when they get double decayed. The orb arrives in and jaunts into the Dream Call. QO will take the stun, but that means death, as well as Tier 1 tower dropping.
Yeah, definitely getting the Tier 1 tower here. Even Envy coming in to help with this, some extra DPS, Blood Raging up the DK. They will keep going, I think, and just pressure even more, because Queen is pushing top, but not that much. They could maybe deal some damage here.
With no Tombstone, it probably isn't something they want to force, but like Fada getting a couple of hits into the tower to at least let the poison tick through, like that makes sense, just a little bit of chip damage, but get back to controlling your other lanes.
Force the glyph as well, it's always nice. But now he should probably back off as he's very alone.
He's going to be healed up. No-Tail. No-Tail's got to get in there. March. No-Tail was moving up to try and get the tether to heal.
Moving up, but he was still too far away to help him there. They are pinging right where he is.
They know exactly where KB is, and he blinks over the top of Envy's head. You could attempt to go for the Rupture with the blink on cooldown for such a long period of time, but he's already back underneath his own tower.
Exactly. It's the towers again. You don't really want to dive in there. Oh, mid. We might see a dive on Misery here. Oh, the power shot just barely doesn't connect.
Now the Snowball. Yeah, they're going for it. QO. No line for the Shackle, but he's going to focus fire Misery down. Couldn't get the Tombstone off. But the TP in from Fada, well, there's no one else to really punish. Nuts would have been it, but he ran backwards.
Yeah, he did. And Queen also blinks backwards from top, as the Puck ulti is now available once again. They might try something here with the Bloodseeker and Puck.
And they're giving space to Notal while Puck's doing this with Envy.
He needs level 6 desperately, so it's a very good choice.
Relocate's going to be such a huge thing for him. Both saving and more.
They're pinging on where Envy is, so
but they don't see March. March will come from the fog of war. So Bone7 starts the phase shift, gets the double silence, so there's no instant follow-up on the Blood Ride. And Sonic Wave, they really want a Bone7 dead. He's worth a lot, but you're going to give so much more to Eternal Envy. Misery's on the front lines with the Tombstone dropped down. They do find the revenge kill and snowball into Misery. The Tombstone is still up. QO will arrive. They're charging. They really want to fight hard. Notal comes in, but it's all a little bit too late. Now he's in trouble. Are they actually throwing away a potential 2-0 victory?
Yeah, that was a lot of gold going the way of MVP. They were doing so well as well. 1,700 gold, almost 1,800 actually for MVP from that fight.
Give the game respect, boys. Give the game respect.
But meanwhile, at least Fada was pressuring bottom, and he is starting to take the tier 1 tower down there.
But now he's getting charged.
Yep.
So you could just Shadow Strike and slow down Fada at the start. In fact, he's so deep on the tower.
Oh, God.
He's punting for the kill. But March was just moving from one to the next. They even shackle him up and kill him off. MVP. Their movements are so good. They're still going to lose the tier 1 tower on top lane, but they're finding pick-off after pick-off, and not just on supports, on everyone.
Yeah, I love what they do, because they drafted for this, and this is the type of Dota the MVP want to play. C9, they want to farm up and then kind of group up and do a 5-man push. Not this kind of crazy stuff. This is what MVP have drafted for.
Yep. Cloud9 need to kind of just slow things down a little bit more. Get that Blink Dagger over on the Puck. Get to a point where you might have an extra disable or initiation like a Shadow Blade over on the DK. These are the things you require. Even Undying, where was this early mech? You're getting so many early kills, but no mech.
They're going on bottom as well. They're going... Undying is now dead. They just charge into him, blinked in with the Queen of Pain, and he's quickly deleted.
Shackle. If Bone7 gets latched here, they're going to snowball in, and the creep wave positioning would have allowed for it, but he phase shifts down. QO wanting to keep on the run. Eternal Envy, he's in the neighborhood, and he's going to start the Rupture, but he's also really near the tree line, and QO wants to keep going. The Dream Coil's going to stop them, however, but he commit 2 Dream Coils to stay alive. No mana for Nuts. He doesn't have a snowball available as well.
Yeah.
So they don't find the pickoffs.
That's nice, at least for C9, because they were really far out there and they survived, and a lot of people were chasing them. However, I mean, there's no stopping MVP right now. They're just going all over the place.
Yep. Shadow Strike on Misery, try and slow him down. Fada coming in, and KP just blink very deep into the tree line and TP away to safety.
That's nice. He was very ready for that wraparound.
Yep. Even if they relocated in, he still would have been able to blink and do what he did.
Yeah. I think you're completely correct that C9 need to slow down the game a little bit more, but...
0.7. The charge, he phase shift dodges again.
Yeah, he also got the bounty before he jumped away.
But Wisp still picks up the illusion rune, so actually, yeah, they hold on to both of these runes. But QO is going to get bigger. This Aghanim Scepter's getting close to completion. You should never underestimate the damage output that can come from a Wind Ranger.
Look at Envy just hiding. They know he's up there. They have a word. They saw he didn't back. They're like, where did he go? Where are you?
He's cutting apart the
looking for him.
No,
oh, no, he's in there, dude.
No, that's the wrong way. You can't see through those 2 trees.
Yeah, he needs to go. No, he can go in through there.
Through those 2 trees, can he?
Yeah, and that's how Envy got in there.
I thought that way.
No. Envy cut his way in like this. Oh my god, there's some
I apologize for Windows as well.
Some Mission Impossible going on here by Envy, just sneaking around.
But
he's cutting more trees. I mean, he's not farming though, so...
Why not use a Quelling Blade, huh? Until he takes away all of his juke spots from killing off the trees.
It is an important thing though, because if you don't farm with Bloodseeker...
They're going to Rupture on March, and March has no escape mechanism to this, apart from a TP. But Bone7, he's still got a Dream Coil, and in fact will commit it. They didn't need it. They were going to find the kill anyway. Yeah. But safety first for kill.
Safety first, no chance of TPing out, and that's a good pick-off.
That's a Blink Dagger. It's a Blink Dagger Puck.
The full Blink Dagger and a Midas towards the Bloodseeker as well. So both of them picking up some items now. And what else were we looking at for progression right now? Looking at the current golds.
QO. Shackle. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Follow the global. Follow the global. Follow the global.
Shackle him.
Boom. Oh. Nah, it doesn't. He had nothing behind him. So, no joy.
So Dragon Knight has quite a lot of golds, and he's probably going into the Shadow Blade or BKB. I mean, those are the 2 popular items. I've seen Fada play the Shadowblade a lot of times. He played it in the first day, actually, I think.
Yep.
And got so many gank kills, even against a ton of sentries.
It was amazing initiation. Now, what does he also break on Spirit Breaker if he ever gets the Silver Edge?
Oh, they see a Spirit Breaker, yeah.
Yeah, there's the Observer Ward, they saw it in Fada. Oh, he turned around. If March kept walking, he would have got back in range of the tower. And now it's Blood Right, it's committal, it's a lot. He had a 17% chance of surviving that.
Yeah, roughly 17.
And all of those chances go into walking to the right side. Oh, he already used Snowball. Nuts, go for the Walrus Punch, but Fada right there at the right time.
Oh no,
with a relocate down, and yep, Queen of Pain. Oh, where's the way to go? She just Sonic Waves and still finds the kill before death over on the puck.
Yeah, she actually got buffed up by Bloodseeker. I was like, she's never gonna kill with that ulti, but then Bloodseeker buffed her and the puck died.
It was the Shadowblade build from DK.
Yep, that was a really good turnaround for C9 now. This time MVP being found out. Spirit Breaker die and then quickly after.
It's like MVP are preparing for it though. Like there's 3 sentry wards over on Febby. March just charges in, goes the Nether Strike. They've got Laguna Blade. There should be a kill over on Fada until 1 charges. And the Tombstone making it difficult to disengage.
Yeah, very, very hard to bring him down there. Good thing the Undying was there, else they may have pursued him, kept chasing. But he gets out safely.
Meanwhile, Envy goes back to his farming game. Level 11 now for him. QO still shy of 100 gold. Make that less as he kills off this last creep. It's going to be 20 gold until his Aghanim Scepter is up and running.
Yeah. Aghanim's and Windrunner, a very core item, and he will have it at a nice time.
7's going to solo mid. Silence, Orb, and Dreamcore would finish the job if he needs to, but he's going to...
Oh, no! Well, I mean, Febby is going to walk back a happy man. They can even see him as Bloodseeker is. Oh, top, Fada finding his first gank, maybe. There's
the Shadowblade with the tether in. They'll give him the movement speed to get in range for now the stun. QO probably thought he was safe. Like, what stuns have they got? They already blew Dreamcall. The only other stun on the field would be Dragon Tail. But the Dragon Knight's not here.
That's sneaky. First gank with the Shadowblade, always very important to land it, so you're not wasting time. It gives you that momentum, because now maybe they can pressure a tower straight after.
Is this going to be the puck Yule Scepter? Are we actually going to get our first Yules of the day?
Yeah, maybe. I suppose so. Unless he wants to do something crazy.
What else would you build with Sage's Mask?
Well, I don't know. Maybe a Basilius, Toby. So the Windrunner actually had gold for Aghanims, but did not purchase the full Aghanims when she died. So that set her back her item progression quite a bit.
KP, Invis, Rune, and TP up. They're looking for a kill on top lane after Fada was hunting for 1 down the Radiant jungle. The charge is coming over towards Notal. He might need to relocate him away in the moment. And there's a charge through Bone 7. Blink, Scream, turn. Well, there's no Sonic Wave thrown out just yet. But that's the Rupture over on the Spirit Breaker. Nowhere to run to. He's got to stay very visible underneath the Undying Tombstone. Yeah. He's finally actually had some calls to try and get rid of Misery. The snowball through. Now he charges up March right on top of that Undying. And there's nowhere to stay alive. Bone 7 comes in. He'll orb himself away to safety. Can't kill up KP. That Tombstone finally dropping down. But yes, Bloodseeker moving so quickly in. He's sicky about over a QO. But March, he's still very low on life. But the shackle from QO. Nice. He latches onto Eternal Envy. He needs to send the Blade Bell on as well. Maybe he can help kill themselves. But it's actually Puck in through the rear. The Silence and Relocate is coming in right on top of Femi to kill him off with the balls. Bone 7 wants to keep fighting too. The balls are chasing him. That's a double kill for Notal. March, the charge is going to work. There's nothing to stop him. Or is there? But, oh no!
There's no way. He doesn't have ulti.
Well, could he run into him and Dragon Tail?
No.
It doesn't work that way?
No, you'll get pushed. It has a pretty big AoE around Spirit Breaker that will push you with the bash if you get close to him when he's charging. So, I mean, Fada predicted it correctly, but there's no way he can stun that. Still funny though. Still a heads-up play.
Might have hoped the Spirit Breaker might pull out of the charge.
Yeah, maybe he would stop the charge. You can always hope for that. Or the creep's dying, so he doesn't.
Man, what a mess of a game though. It's still going the way of C9. Like, they still have a 7,000 net worth advantage and over 3k in the experience.
They are steadily pulling ahead now. Yeah. They have been starting to get more out of the fights once again. MVP were doing really well in the beginning and charging now bottom. No stopping.
Misery. Well, yeah, Nether Strike. Now, well, they actually go on Notal. Is that a bait to try and drag Notal out? But you blinked in. There's 1 second till the blinked off cooldown for Queen of Pain. March is on the run. Fada can't reach him in time. That damn sigil slowing him down, and yep, there goes March. He's charging up, and in fact going over towards Bone 7. He's battling with Q, and again! What is that shackle? Eternal Envy comes in, and they're both going to TP out. Remember, it's the most powerful item in the game of Dota 2.
It definitely is, dude.
QO has just found himself some... Do we say 17% shackle chances?
I don't know, dude. That was amazing. QO is playing a really good windrunner so far. It looks kind of strange because it's high ground, low ground, and those shackles always look kind of off, but it was a legit angle, dude. So I wonder what he's going to go for now. If he's going to go straight into Daedalus after this, or if he wants to go for Maelstrom. Probably Daedalus. Whenever you go Axe first, that tends to be the build.
It does, but when you're up against heroes like Puck as well as Wisp
and DK,
like having something like a Maelstrom's actually really cool for you. Yeah. Because the bouncing lightning is always a nuisance. Even if it turns just a blink dagger on the cooldown once, like that's worth it.
It's also really good against the armor on DK because he has so high armor. Going physical damage is not so good.
Fada, the run in. Shard's been thrown back, but Fada's not visible here. Could you also go for something like a Desolator if you feel like jumping in and taking Roshan? It's also a high priority. You
definitely can. It is a strong build, but most Windrunner players don't favor that one over the Maelstrom or Daedalus. You can go Daedalus into the Desolator or the other way around, though. That works for sure.
Okay. Well, he'll have the choice. He's already got 1,600 gold.
I like this when you have Aghanims, just farming the big creep on the Ancients with ulti. Because you have no cooldown anyway, so let's just use it, you know?
Yeah. 100 mana is not really that much when you got 1,000, plus you're still running a bottle.
It used to be so expensive. It used to cost a lot more mana, even on low levels. That was terrible. You would never skill it then.
I didn't realize we have a Thief in the mix.
Oh, we do.
Nut stole Fada's Stout Shield. Top lane, Febby, the relocate in, and to the trees, he'll die.
No way to survive there. Very dangerous relocate as the Puck has his blink on his own. So when they reload in.
Eternal Envy, March, to keep out the strike. At the same time, they jump in towards the middle lane. A double silence and Dream Call. Perfect from Bone 7. The Courier's trying to block. Actually, there's nothing Observer Wards, but the Courier's going to die to try and deliver them. He couldn't actually deliver because they're inside the snowball. And Nuts down for the count.
Meanwhile, bottom lane, chasing after the Queen of Pain. Look at Envy's charging after. 5-8-8. 2 attacks in.
One. Can't get the second. But win range is still so low.
Yeah, she's really low.
Like that Invis rune, it actually helps. She's up. She's got enough life that she's not visible to the Bloodseeker.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, they got a 1-for-1 trade bottom, but that fight mid was really nice for C9. Now gonna try and go for Roshan as well.
Damage is a problem.
Yeah, they don't hurt that much yet. They need Bloodseeker to come in.
Yep.
He can Blood Rage up Roshan, which is very nice because then everyone deals more damage to him. Of course, he still hurts a little bit more, but who cares when you're a dragon?
Yep. MVP should probably be looking for this. Like, you've still got a tier 2 tower in the bottom lane. You could have just TP'd, sharded, or something like that, but...
Too late.
Yeah. Roshan's already gone. They cannot get in position. And Aegis the Immortal into the hands of little Roadrunner Bloodseeker.
Yeah, and he's gonna run into a jungle and just use his Midas, get some HP up again, and he's looking to become pretty strong now. The Blade Mail into BKB, I assume, or maybe Sanjiasha even. No, he has the full BKB. Okay. Full BKB completed with Blade Mail and Midas, 22 minutes. Not bad. Not bad after that start. Because he was not farming on the lane that much.
No, he wasn't. He was the lowest CS out of Cloud9.
Dude, that's Envy's thing. That's his bag, dude. Like, not farming on lane and then being the top net worth. I don't even know. Just C9 things, honestly.
He did it with anti-mage multiple times. Maybe you just go back and study. Just actually watch exactly what Eternal Envy does.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like, if you want to learn to carry and just farm.
Easy gold. No dragon form. He's going to reach Nuts the old-fashioned way, walking in, and, well, okay, with a double damage rune, he just carves apart the Swedish Tusk.
What disgusting damage that is. Blood Rage and DD rune. Holy Hannah, Toby.
Classic line. Glad to remember.
Long time since that one.
You know, I got that one from Stargate.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Huh.
There's actually a line said by Carter. For all those sci-fi nerds out there. Tier 2 tower's about to drop, and then a Blink Yell Cinder from Bone 7. He can follow this up into a Silence, and even Dream Call if he really wants to. A QO, he is dead for the count. And C9, they're coming high ground. They're looking to try and claim 6 points, the maximum amount of points they could get from their games today.
And the tower's gone already. It just falls. 40 seconds on Windrunner.
And that's one red dragon. He is just working his way through. Bone7 again. He is just so good on this puck, and they gave him all the space. Eternal Envy would be the one to take all the glory for it, but Bone7 has set up so many moments for Cloud9, just push an over advantage.
Puck ulti into Bloodright, what a nice combo they got there.
They can still stay. If they wanted to, they can still stay. They've still got the Aegis Immortal on Eternal Envy. And he hasn't even used his BKB. There's still a 10-second BKB charge that has not been expended.
Yeah, I think they're going to back out. They're pretty composed in this today. They have been really composed when it comes to backing in time and just coming back when they have items, realizing how much gold they have, or maybe fake backing like this with Shadowblade.
I think someone yelled at KP and said, "Yo, no, no."
Yeah, there's dragons out there, dude. Just back.
Solar Crest now up for the Wisp. I was actually wondering if he was looking for a Glimmer Cape after picking up the cloak.
I mean,
but he's got the money for a Solar Crest, so hey, why not?
Yeah, that can defend people against Windrunner's ulti as well. Just putting that on whoever gets initiated upon is a good way to protect anyone.
So we get Undying now building. Oh, is Misery going to tick it off the list?
The Atos?
Yep.
No, Vanguard.
Okay, well.
Fake hype. It's happening.
It wasn't fake. I wasn't lying to you, audience. I honestly thought it could have been right of Atos. I wasn't lying. But death, QO. Look at him hit so hard. It's the silver. They relocated for that.
Yeah.
I suppose they get a kill over on Bone7, and now they can go high ground with no Wind Ranger up, no buyback available for her either. Life is difficult.
Yeah, even a Reaver now on the Fada DK as well, so he's so tanky, just moving high ground. How can MVP stop this? I don't see a single way.
They actually go in again, Bone7, and Rupture on Queen of Pain. I dare you to blink. She took the dare.
She should have taken the one step and then blinked. It can work.
There goes your... You mean because you get away from the damage instance?
Yeah, exactly. You need to take one step first, though. Else, there's no chance of... Yeah, he just jumped into death right there.
Yep.
But you can still die, actually, even if you take a step. It's depending on timers and mechanics and stuff. Yeah.
Well, Cloud9 going for GG push. The tier 4 towers is the next primary target. They've taken 2 sets of Raxus. The charge is coming out. MVP, actually, well, March is like on the opposite side of the map.
I mean, they see him as well, charging from down here. They're like, oh, well, you're welcome.
Well, Hero jumps out, Shackle. Oh, he got 2, but he's also stunned up. Into the Blood Riot, the Snowball. They're going in further, and they're after Notel and the Yule Scepter. It catches him before he finishes the Nether Strike, and March can't even get him. The Glimmer Cape is helping to protect. March is going to go down. QO is trying to kill Bone7. He's got no life left. It's over. Waga, it's over. It's all over. It's GG.
It's GG. They call it. Man, C9, perfect day. Congratulations on the 6 points. An MVP top game, but they have one more coming up after this, as they will go up against IG.
That they will do so. And Invictus Gaming and MVP, the 2 teams that got crushed by Cloud9 today, will look for any kind of like happy place.
That's an appropriate word as well, because every single game was actually a stomp. It was